Of Umar ibn Khattab. Yeah. When Umar ibn Khattab was walking here, the shaitan was over there.
Also, why is it in one of the hadiths, it says...
The what? Hadith.
Hadith. It has said...
That. No, I'm not mocking. I'm not mocking it. If you're going to use Arabic language, use that. Yeah, I'm correcting you. Because hadith, you know, look.
What did they say? There's some verses that I've given you from the Quran that you didn't even know.
What do you mean I didn't know?
Yes, there was 2, 3
not knowing the reference is different to not knowing the ayah.
You didn't even know it was in the Quran.
First and foremost, I'm not a hafid. Secondly, I haven't memorized every reference. Thirdly, I know my Quran.
So much.
Yeah. I know where you're going before you even get to it, Habibi.
There's no more messenger.
Yeah.
After the Prophet Mohammed.
The thing is, what you guys are forgetting, you talk about Khatim and Khatim. Khatim and Khatim, right? Where's the Quran? We have no, Khatim.
The sealer.
No, Khatim means seal.
Of Muhammad Sallallahu teaching. The Sunnah. The Quran.
The seal of everything.
This is all sealed.
Yeah, it's finished.
It does not mean...
Including his prophet.
mean the prophet cannot come.
What a seal means.
Okay, look.
You don't have been lied to.
Deceived. You have been deceived. Do you know? Okay, look. In Ruhani Khazain, right? Minister Ghulam Ahmed actually speaks about Isa alayhi salam being the final prophet to the Jews, right? La.
You lie so much.
Check it out yourself. It's in Ruhani Khazain. I know your books.
You don't give bad name to Islam.
This guy knows your books.
I know your books. And he says it in the Arabic.
You don't give such a bad name
No.
to Islam.
He says in your books. He says in your books that Isa ibn Maryam Khatim al-Anbiya Khatim al-Anbiya wal Nabiyyin ila bani Israel. It says this in Raf.
He's Saudi Arabia.
Do you know what Raf means?
This guy knows the language.
Yeah, Raf.
Ask him. We're not listening to
Rough shelf or shelf, yeah. Check out. You know what? I wish I had the sources now. Ruhani Khazain. Let me see if I got my screenshot somewhere.
Hey, brother, you know why is Qadyani funded by the Jews? Bro, you're brainwashed the most there. I think you're probably Al-Qaeda, bro. That's how bad it is for you, man.
Sure.
Who's Al-Qaeda? What is Al-Qaeda?
You know what Al-Qaeda is?
What is it?
We don't know.
I don't know.
No, do you know that we are actually the Qadyanis actually believe that Ahlul Sunnah are terrorists. Do you know why? Do you know why they say this? This is what your movement believes, and I'm not saying you personally.
How can you say that?
No, I'm saying your movement believes that Ahlul Sunnah. Do you know why?
It's very dangerous to make up things.
I'm not making this up. I'm not saying this. I'll tell you why. Because Razi accused me of being a terrorist. Do you know why?
Who? Razi?
Razi, the guy in Canada, right? Ahmedi answers. You know him.
He said that you was a terrorist.
Yes, he called me a terrorist. Do you know? All right, I'll tell you why he called me a terrorist. Right? He called me a terrorist because I said when Isa alayhi salam will descend, he will wage war. Okay? He will wage. No, this is in the Hadith. It's in the Hadith.
So when Isa comes back, when he wakes up,
Yoda al-Jizya.
After 2,000 years,
Yoda al-Jizya. Okay?
He will have a war.
Yeah. So basically, when Isa alayhi salam returns, the sign. So look, in the Quran, no, they believe. The thing is, here's the thing. Look, can you not look? Think for a second. Think for a second. If Mirza Ghulam was the Messiah, if Mirza Ghulam was the Messiah, Habibi, wait. No, I want to get through to the brother. Look, I want you to think. If Mirza Ghulam was he affirmed the hadith of Rasulullah about the Messiah, right? And what he was going to do. Why do you think that Mirza Ghulam's son had to build a white minaret in Qadyani?
The white minaret was already there.
No, it wasn't. It was actually built during the lifetime of.
According to this, he's gonna come from east of Damascus near a white mineral.
Yeah. No.
And we see that
on the
white mineral there. And
no.
East of Damascus.
Built by who? Built by who?
This is what we know.
No. Okay? Built by who? It was commissioned. No, it wasn't already built. It was commissioned and built by and the construction began at the time of Mirza Ghulam. Mirza Ghulam died prior to the completion of the white minaret in Qadyani. Check the history. I did a whole stream. I did like 5 streams on Qadyanis. All right, check out my streams. Right, check out Yemenite. Check out my channel, Yemenite Front. I went through. I actually did a stream on one of the prophecies. Do you believe that the prophecy of Mirza Ghulam about when he's going to die came true? Mirza Ghulam made a prophecy about his own death. Huh?
made a prophecy of his own death.
Yeah, he made a prophecy of his own death. He said, I will die between the ages of, what do you call it, 80 and 85.
Where does it say this?
You need to. No. Okay, so this So this idea of Mirza Ghulam dying. No, hold on. Let me clarify. I don't want to do injustice to their movement. No. So what happened is, he died from chloria, right?
Yeah, he died from a disease.
Yeah, he died from a disease. Now, what happened is, what do you call it? When he was dying, he defecated himself, but he was in bed, right? He was in his bed, but he defecated himself because of the disease. So people who mock the Qadyani movement, they say he died on a toilet, but he actually died in bed. But he did defecate, right? So that is the reality of how he died. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to do injustice to your movement.
No, at least, you stood there, at least told one truth, Because you see all around us, there are people lying, And you're telling you're telling the one part.
Like I said, I know your movement. I know your beliefs.
One thing that he says is true.
Look, Mohammed, what do you call it? If you are sincere, I invite you to check out my channel, because I've actually done some material on your movement, right? I've done a few streams, okay? Now, one of the streams that I've done most recently was about the prophecies of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. All right?
You know about the Mubahala they had?
Yeah, and it failed.
He died 2 weeks after that as well.
Yeah, died.
They both cursing each other. The scholar
Right.
man,
So this is my video. Yeah. Prophetic tragedies, Mirza Ghulam. I had to re-upload it because of something. All right. No. Look, you can say A'udhu Billah, fine, but I want you to look at this. Right. Check it out, and you will see that I actually break down his prophecies and explain why they're not fulfilled.
Let me ask you a question.
Yemenite front.
Let me ask you a question.
Naam.
Why is it that Iraq,
I'll put it in for you if you want.
Iran,
Inshallah.
Syria,
Naam.
Afghanistan,
Yeah.
these all are Sunni countries.
Yes.
Why is it that all of these countries were not protected by the Saudi government? Why is it that when America...
Don't shift the conversation into Khalifa. You're shifting the conversation into a conversation of Khalifa.
Why is it that Saudi Arabia are funding Israel and America? Why is it that they give millions of money to them? Why don't they give the money to Afghanistan? Afghanistan is half destroyed.
They don't fund either.
Afghanistan is half destroyed.
They don't fund either.
We don't need money.
No.
We don't need money. What's your point?
Here's the thing.
Bro, I'm
Look,
having a conversation
yeah.
with him.
Look, okay, I don't want you to change the conversation from theological aspect into the Khalifa and the problems of the Muslim world. The problems of the Muslim world is because of the Muslims.
Because of the Muslims.
It's that simple. We have created the situation. As Umar ibn Khattab has put it, he said, Allah has honored us with Islam and we have humiliated ourselves by moving away from it. Right? It's that simple. The situation of the Muslims in the world is because of us. End of story. Right? It's not because of this leader and that lad. Yeah? If we were good people, Habibi, if we were good people, then our leaders will be good, because the leaders come from among us.
Yep. I agree. Do you agree? Do you agree?
No doubt.
Do you all agree? Do you agree?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran
May Allah guide you. Look, he's a good brother.
that Allah doesn't change the condition of the people till they change themselves. We have sold the akhirah for the dunya. Look at us today.
We admit
Right?
it. We admit our mistakes, brother.
Stand up to your family one day and say,
We've sold the deen, man. Let's be honest. The Muslims have sold the deen for this world, and this is why we don't find happiness. This is why the state of the Muslims is exactly as the Rasul said. Our number is great, but the non-Muslims are eating at us. Yeah,
Plates on food. Food on plate.
because we prefer this world. We chase after this world. Yeah, and as much as I disagree with you, I'm standing here because I want you to become Muslim. I want you to become Muslim. I want you to become Muslim. La. With all due respect, you're not. To deny the finality of the Prophet.
We don't.
You do.
No, we don't. We
to
say Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Khatam al-Nabiyyin. I
Khatam-
told you Khatam al-Nabiyyin
Why do
basically
you
means
need another
the
man?
Akhir Sharia. The
No.
Akhir Sharia.
law.
Yeah.
Because of people like you lot. That's why you need another prophet.
no. So Nabiyyin. شوف. He didn't say آخر الرسل. So look at the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He could have said آخر الرسل because the Rasul alayhi salam he was Rasul command, right?
There's no way that the prophethood it can be stopped.
شوف.
If
Why
Allah
did Allah say Nabi? Why did he say Nabi?
To what?
How do you define Mirza Ghulam? You define him as a non-law bearing prophet, correct?
New law bearing.
A new non-law bearing prophet. That is the very definition of a Nabi. Because a Nabi is one that comes with a Sharia. A Rasul is one that comes with a Sharia. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Akhir al-Nabiyyin, it's because there is no non-law bearing prophet to come after Rasul alayhi salam. Because it is a Rasul and a Nabi. لا خلاص. خلاص. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in one word debunked Mirza Ghulam. In one word. Nabi. Akhir al-Nabiyyin.
Okay, so when Isa comes back, the
Yes.
second coming, will
Yes.
he be a prophet? Yes or no?
His title remains. Because the title is never removed from a prophet.
So the title will be prophet?
No, his title will be prophet. Is he a prophet after Rasul alayhi salam? La.
Exactly, that's what we believe as well.
We believe he's
No,
still alive in heaven.
the thing is, you believe that no. The thing is, Mirza Ghulam was born afterwards. Isa alayhi salam was born before, so he's not a new prophet.
Exactly,
He's
that's
an
what
old
we believe.
prophet.
That's what we're saying.
So is Mirza Ghulam born before Rasul alayhi salam?
Isa was, yes.
No. How? How is Mirza Ghulam born before Rasul alayhi salam?
Hazrat Isa was born before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, Isa alayhi salam is a Masih.
So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done is he's taken that title
Think.
and put it to the next Messiah.
There is no next Messiah.
Who was Mirza Ghulam Ahmad.
Where does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Wait.
say there's a next Messiah?
Where? We're proving it. Where? Can you prove it?
The Quran. If the Quran is your standard, show me where Allah speaks about the title of Messiah being transferred.
To another human being.
You just said the same thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Because I'm referring to the same person. I'm talking about Isa ibn Maryam. Isa ibn Maryam will descend.
If when he comes back, would he still have the title of prophet? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, because he was.
Same thing what we believe.
No, you don't believe that.
You don't believe it.
You don't believe that Isa alayhi salam is coming back.
As the brother said, you believe there's another breathing prophet. You believe
Habibi,
there's another breathing prophet.
look, you don't believe that Isa alayhi salam is going to come back.
I don't understand.
You don't believe he's going to come back.
Isa.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the second one.
Alayhi salam. Say alayhi salam. He's a prophet.
Bro, you lot don't make sense. You lot are saying the same thing as me. But
No, we're
when I
not.
say it,
No,
you
you're
lot
not.
say no.
You're saying that the title of Messiah is transferred from Isa alayhi salam to Mirza Ghulam. Right. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that the same Isa alayhi salam is coming back. There is no Mirza Ghulam.
And when he comes back, he's gonna wake up. And he's gonna have angels on beside him.
2 angels. He's
And
going to
he's
send
gonna
on
be
to
40 years old.
we don't know his age. We don't know his age. We don't know what age he's going to be. He's going to. Okay. Did Mirza Ghulam kill the Dajjal? Did Mirza Ghulam kill the Dajjal?
Slowly he is, yes.
What do you mean he is? What is the Dajjal? No, sure. No. What is the Dajjal? Who is the Dajjal?
Dajjal.
Don't tell me it's Russia.
You're saying it's Russia. I'm gonna tell you what Dajjal is.
Joe Biden. Right, yalla.
Dajjal is something that deceives you. Okay? So
Dajjal is a human being. The Sahaba, there is a group of the Sahaba that met him.
the Dajjal is a deceiving. It deceives people. Okay? It's a system at the moment.
It's
You
not a
see,
system.
It is a system.
It's not a system.
Because we see the people that you get your knowledge.
Do you know there's a description?
Let me say.
No, this isn't a
Let me
hadith.
explain. The mosques that you lot go to,
I know. Yeah.
the Maulvis that sit in the
What
mosque,
Maulvis? What Maulvis?
your imams, the ones that
Yeah.
look after your mosque,
Yeah.
they sit in the mosque, and what they're doing is they're deceiving people.
La, because we challenge our imams.
They are lying in the mosque.
Part of the people.
This is Dajjal.
Part of the education of a
This is
Muslim
Dajjal.
is to challenge what the imams are telling us. Habibi, look. When we sit at the feet of our scholars, and we learn from them, we ask them, we challenge them, we say, which hadith is this in?
Why is it people
Which ayah is this?
It's very bad.
Yeah, look, the scholars don't deceive us. Do you know why?
They are deceiving.
Do you know why? Because students of knowledge, when they sit at the feet of the scholars, they ask them questions. you're telling me this. What is the evidence for this? What is the evidence for that? This is what we do with our scholars, right? When we sit and study with them. Ask any student of knowledge.
You do that
Right?
with your scholars, brother.
Let me give you
No, they don't. Murabbis, they don't have scholars. They have murabbis. Murabbi means just a teacher.
Just a teacher.
Yeah, murabbi is someone that teaches.
We have,
You don't have ulama. You don't have anyone that is known as an ulama, as an alim.
let me tell you who's bigger than all ulama.
Israel funded.
And scholars.
Who?
Khalifa.
Who is Khalifa?
Since
And you
when?
don't even have a Khalifa. You have normal people sitting inside your mosque lying regularly, lying.
Who's your Khalifa?
You know, and you don't believe them.
Can only be
Look,
from the family of the Prophet.
let us not bring in the fact that what do you call it, that your current Khalifa has been involved in a rape scandal. Let us not bring into the. It's not lies.
This is all lies.
It's not lies. It's not all
This is
Dajjal.
all Dajjal.
We heard the recordings.
Ghulam.
You heard the recordings, isn't it? We heard the recordings, Habibi.
Even the sister speaking.
Okay.
You don't believe.
What do we believe?
All right.
What do
Look,
we believe?
your current Khalif has been found out
All lies.
for embezzling funds
All lies.
from your own chanda.
All lies.
Yeah, your chanda that you pay is a
All lies.
membership.
All lies.
So you don't pay chanda.
This is the thing
You don't pay
you
chanda.
don't lie.
You don't pay
So
chanda.
you do pay chanda.
Taib. So where am I lying?
The thing that you're lying about is that you're not saying that we
It's proven.
Who's your Khalifa?
the Khalifa has been knows
He denied that what was her name? Nar, I forgot her name. Yeah, I forgot her name. But he denied that, what do you call it, happened because it was a member of his own family. لا لا شوف.
He said he's a prophet, astaghfirullah.
Are you gonna believe him now? He's a prophet.
Is that your Mirza Ghulam?
He said he's
Shuf.
Jesus, he just came from the heavens.
Yeah, are you gonna believe him
He's
though?
got two angels beside him.
Look, in the Quran, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about Isa, He says, إِنَّهُ لِيَعْلَمُ السَّاعَةَ, right? Isa himself is a sign of the hour. Okay? Now this comes twofold. When he was born and when he returns. Because when he was born, this was a sign of the closeness of the hour. Likewise, the birth of Rasulullah was a sign of the closeness of the hour. Likewise, the splitting of the moon, is a sign of the closeness of the hour. Hold on.
The spirit was soon physical.
Huh?
Was it physical?
What?
The splitting of this moon.
Yes, it
Don't
happened
believe that. Tell me you don't
So it
believe that.
happened physically.
physically.
Do you believe that?
No, he doesn't.
Bro, don't worry about I believe, man. I'm speaking straight.
He doesn't.
Brother, I'm trying to.
Any miracle, any supernatural event, they do not believe. They don't believe. So I'll tell you something, right? When it comes to to Musa alayhi salam, when he put his stick in the ocean and it split apart, I've heard their explanation for it. They said that the wind came in such a force that it split.
What's your explanation?
That is one.
Our explanation is that what happened was you see the shores.
Yes.
You see the river itself.
Yeah, but the wind needs to do that.
The water.
Yes.
It decreased.
Yeah, but how?
So decreased.
How?
And once it decreased,
What decreased it?
It gave a pathway for Musa to escape.
What, to split it?
Not split. It was not physically split. It's
Okay,
impossible.
that's one.
It's possible, but it was not the
Qadyani,
law of
brother.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
He's saying that.
Allah didn't do it. It was just the wind.
No, he did not split it.
But the
They
thing is,
don't
you know it's the
believe
wind.
Quran.
The
You-
thing is,
the explanation is that the wind pushed the sea back.
You not sit in your mosque
No.
listening to big Maulvis with big beard. He's not lying to you.
No, mashallah, alhamdulillah, but he's telling the truth.
Look
He's
at
telling
that.
the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, he's telling the
Yeah.
truth.
Well, yeah, if I'm not telling the
Qadyani,
truth,
man.
why they accept me as a Muslim? If I'm lying to them, you know?
So
Can you see it?
So they accept you as a Muslim, and
look,
if Allah
you are-
subhanahu wa
I
ta'ala
tell-
does
I
not
tell
accept
you
you as a
what,
Muslim,
take-
doesn't mean
I
you're
tell
Muslim.
you,
Take
you
your
are
Qadyani-
slave to
look,
them, son.
take your
You are
Qadyani cap
slave
off
to
for a
them,
second and think.
You are actually, they are
off your
blackmailing you, and you actually you
I don't have a
there.
Sunni cap.
So
I've got no cap.
Yeah.
You have a big
How big?
You read the Quran.
No,
you
think.
read it yourself, not their one. Islamic
Allah
one.
subhanahu wa ta'ala says ponder upon the Quran.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm asking you to think.
But you don't, man.
We do.
You don't.
We do.
No.
This is why we know. This is why we. Alhamdulillah, me and the Saudi brother, we've been blessed with
There is
knowing
still
the Arabic
nowhere
language.
they have showed me that Isa did not die and he went up alive.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
It is.
Where?
I have.
You
We
don't
spoke to him
know,
last week. Yeah, I know.
who bloody knows?
I saw the video. Yeah.
You know, if he didn't
Was it?
put on
Was
the
it not
cross,
with you? I
so
saw
he
him on
didn't
video
die.
with someone.
And
I
they say,
thought it was you.
Allah, Rafa, Allah.
Oh yeah, it was Hashim. It was Hashim. Yeah.
Himself.
What is Rafa?
Rafa, Allah, mean Allah to him.
No, he's saying only the ruh.
Oh, no. But what's
He's saying
a
that.
good thing? If I Allah
Okay.
be
That guy who spoke Arabic, when I told him about Rafa, he knows him, he's Rahud. That's
No,
why
he
ran
doesn't.
away.
Yeah.
He didn't run away. He was here for a very long time afterwards.
Ask him.
Oh, he ran away.
He never told you.
Look, I'm an Arab as well. We were both confused. What is this connection that you're
He
trying to
knows
make?
his Rafa means Rahud.
Look,
No, it's not. Well, they have their own translation. They mix up everything, you know. They haven't got a clue about it.
I know
They
that.
don't believe Quran.
I know they
don't
don't.
believe Hadith. They
I know.
don't believe Islam.
I know.
They want to split Muslim. They want to, you know, make stray Muslim. Yeah. They make yeah. They tell you.
yeah,
No. They want to, you know, split Muslim.
yeah.
And actually, you shouldn't be, having a debate with these guys because they are completely brainwashed.
I'm not debating him. I'm just letting him know that what his
he
stuff
knows
is wrong.
everything, but he don't want to know.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, he is ignorant. Exactly.
Well, really.
Unfortunately, the thing is, what they accuse us of being ignorant and brainwashed by our mullahs and molvis, that's exactly what's happening to them. They're murabbis, they say don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
When
Just
I
believe.
asked question, when I went there, they
They actually blackmail their own, yeah.
They're blackmailed, they're trapped, and this is what
Yeah.
they do. You have
Subhanallah.
people have to be, that's why I come here to let them know. Because Qadyani is a it's a fake religion.
Yeah.
But they have Quran in their hand and they talk about Quran. And the simple Muslim, maybe they say, oh, they are good, because they look good.
The thing is, the
but
Qadianis have actually been caught attempting tahrif on the Quran.
Oh yeah. I showed him. I showed him this. One of his ilham, he said, he used one ayah and two ayah together, and there, he's saying, this is the Quran. Of course, it is the Quran. What is it in Al-Imran?
I don't know about them until today.
Yeah.
You look into them, you'll see how crazy their beliefs become. Yeah. They're they're very spread in Africa. They've got a very strong in Africa, in South America.
Shias on one hand, on top of that, these people come as well.
Qadianis are even worse than the Shia. Yeah, because like some of the Shia, you can say they're misguided, but they're still Muslim. But then you've obviously got Shia that are not Muslim. But the Qadianis, they just wholesale. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I know, because it's all part of the deception, isn't it? Whose is this, by the way? Whose mic is this?
I told him last week about the allegations, and he just.
I just plugged it on my.
Oh yeah.
I met with an ex.
What has he done?
Oh yeah, I believe that. I know that.
Yeah, brother, have you got a channel?
Yeah, I do.
What's your channel?
Yemenite Front.
Yeah.
This guy, he also was If he didn't know that.